Well, we're hearing now that Coach Sean McDermott, remember him? Yeah, Sean McDermott, the guy that went for the fake punt. Tony Romo covered for him, said there were 10 players on the field, but McDermott, he indicated that that was the plan. They liked the trickeration on that play that backfired with Damar Hamlin, who failed to get the line to gain in that game. So Sean McDermott is being put into the pressure cooker here, and he's been put through the ringer, the Buffalo coach, after that loss to the Chiefs at home. He famously deciding to go for that fake punt, also costing the Bills, although they were able to, for the moment, push back because the Chiefs turned the ball over. That Fugazi rule where the ball goes out of the end zone was so stupid. It's been stupid for 40 years, and they keep it. Why do they do that? Are they idiots? I'm asking. All right, so anyway, let us discuss the question on this one. How much trouble is Sean McDermott in as coach of the Bills? How much trouble? We know that he's in the pressure cooker, but how much trouble is he in? So I've got on this one armpits, shadow people, and winery. And we will combine all of these things together, and we are going to make a souvenir from the AFC title game, which the Bills are not part of because they didn't qualify for that. So on the Maller scale of trouble, for Sean McDermott, the Maller scale of trouble, 1 to 10, with 10 being pending unemployment, after a thorough minutes-long Maller analysis of the situation in Buffalo, I have determined that Sean McDermott on the Maller scale of trouble is at a 3. 3. That's it. Can't go higher than 3. That's pretty low. It's not 1. It's not 2. But it's not even 5. It's 3. And I've read a lot of fanboys in the media that like Sean McDermott that are defending him. And they're putting a human firewall around Sean McDermott to protect him from incoming artillery and shrapnel. And they're blaming this, that, and the other thing. They're blaming the defensive injuries, which was part of the game. It didn't seem to affect the Bills' defense from having a chance to win the game. Meaning they were not stopping Mahomes, but they still had a shot to win the game if the offensive shortcomings had not popped up. There's Stefon Diggs, who's getting some blame as he vanished the second half of the season. We tried to tell the Bills to get rid of Stefon Diggs. They did not listen. But it's all armpits. It's all armpits, right? We've all heard the line when it comes to excuses. They are like armpits, right? Everyone's got them and they all stink. That's why they sell deodorant, because armpits stink. They smell foul is what they smell like. And the excuses that are coming out of Buffalo seem similar. Now, there are people in Buffalo, as I said, making these alibis for Sean McDermott. But the biggest ace in the hole for Sean McDermott is the fact that there is no gusto from Bills ownership. I get the sense from the family that owns the Bills, they're satisfied. They got a bunch of Neanderthal fans, Bills Mafia, that are just happy to go jump on tables and light themselves on fire, completely sloshed. And they buy everything, right? They're Kool-Aid drinkers. There's no push for accountability from the fan base. The fan base is happy. They sucked so long in Buffalo. They're like, hey, we're in the playoffs every year. We're happy with this. We're in good shape. We're good. We're fine. We're comfortable. All right, now turning the page. Page 2 here. Another popular storyline around the Bills season coming to an end. Was this the door slamming shut, the bank vault door slamming shut in terms of the window of opportunity? Was this the last best chance for the Bills franchise to bring home the Lombardi in this era, considering from what I'm reading here, a lot of noise about the Bills salary cap going to hell and the Josh Allen contract, some other things kicking up a couple of notches, and this is a problem. So we address the Komodo dragon in the room. Is the Bills championship window with Josh Allen closed? So the answer to that is no. I'm going to go no on the window being closed. I don't think it's open that much, but it's not closed. Josh Allen, for all of his shortcomings, he has many of them. He's just not a winner. But he makes a lot of plays, right? So, the blind squirrel finds a nut. It's possible if he plays long enough. And he'll win enough regular season games because you can get away with that. The reckless style of play that Josh Allen performs, you can get away with that in the regular season. Usually it comes back and bites you. And that's one of the problems. We talked about this on the previous episode of the show, that Josh Allen was playing so conservative because of the criticism that the Bills had no downfield passing. It was sideways. They were doing the sideways shuffle, the Bills' passing attack. And a large part of that is because the coaching staff and Josh Allen himself were like, if I throw an interception, everyone's going to kill me. Oh, my God. He did have a fumble in the game. But the window is not closed. Now, as you may or may not know, depending on how often you consume the audio content we provide here under the cover of darkness, I am a salary cap truther. I believe the salary cap is bull crap. And the cap is crap. I'm part of that crowd. I proudly admit it. It's called having a budget. And if you want something bad enough, just like in your life, right? We all have budgets, but if you want something bad enough, you'll find a way to make it work. You'll move some numbers around. Is there less margin for error? Sure, there's less margin for error. But the salary cap is designed to manipulate. It's there for manipulation. Josh Allen's going to get like 20%, I was reading, of the salary cap for the Bills, and that's just the way the NFL is set up in the modern era. It doesn't seem to affect Kansas City. They've been to the AFC Championship game 6 years in a row. They're not as good as they were a couple years ago. Tyreek Hill ain't there, right? A couple other name players that they had are gone, but they're back in the AFC title game because Mahomes is that good. So Josh Allen, if you're saying the Bills' championship window is closed, you're telling me that Josh Allen's not that good. And I would probably agree with you on that. He's good during the regular season, but he's got the fatal flaws and all that. But Buffalo's going to continue to lurk like shadow people. The Bills are like humanoid-like figures in the AFC landscape. And you look around, they're in the outskirts. They're not completely off the reservation, but they're in the outskirts, the Buffalo. They're roaming around, eating and chewing and all that stuff. They remind you a little bit of the old San Diego Chargers, the fish-eating San Diego Chargers, where they had a good quarterback and they won a bunch of games in the regular season. You never really thought they would do anything in the playoffs, and they never did, at least as far as winning a championship, getting to a Super Bowl in that era. So good enough to make the playoffs and then find new and creative ways to fumble it away. The old fumble-rooski. All right, last word. So also in the haze of defeat, more shenanigans from Stefon Diggs. This is what we call validation, is what we call this next story about Stefon Diggs. So if you didn't see it, the cantankerous crybaby wide receiver Stefon Diggs, he hit the daily double. Not only did he have the big drop for the Bills offense that would have conceivably put the Bills in great shape to win the game against Kansas City. Not only did he do that, but Stefon Diggs also, what do you think he did after the game? When you're supposed to talk to the media and answer questions and be an adult? Oh, that's right, he left without talking to the media. Stefon Diggs was nowhere to be seen. Where have we seen this before? I don't know, a year prior when the Bills also lost at home to the Bengals in the NFL playoffs? The guy's a dope. The Bills will be better off getting rid of Stefon Diggs. And now they have no reason to keep him because he sucks. He was dreadful. He was a decoy for the Bills the last half of the season. And the amount of targets and the amount of production, the arithmetic does not work for Stefon Diggs. It just doesn't. It's on brand for Stefon, right? And the fact that he forces other people to answer questions about him, be a grown-up, dude. You're playing football, okay? You make a lot of money. It's not that difficult to talk to the media. In fact, it's in the contract. You have to be available to the media. It's part of the NFL contract. I didn't write the contract. The NFL wrote the contract. So if Diggs is let go, if he is let go from the Bills, I recommend he works at a winery because this guy's the king of sour grapes. He knows sour grapes. Okay, he does. So he can go work at a winery, and that would be an addition by subtraction for the Bills Mafia.